Let me start by thanking Almighty God for showing us this historic day. I remember that the first time I was here was 1992, and the last time was about 6 or 7 years ago. And I'm so happy that I am here, especially that I had an opportunity to see the President and Commander-in-Chief. And we had a lot of time to discuss various issues, especially political issues, and of course issues of governance. And I was very happy that I came because, as usual, Mr. President displayed his experience and, of course, strategy on so many things. And we're happy that so far so good. And we discussed many issues that probably with time, some of them, of course, will be at your domain. But for now, on behalf of all of us in our party, in our group, Kwankwaso, we want to thank Mr. President for this invitation to see him. And I'm so happy that I have this opportunity. And we may discuss how to move Nigeria forward. Thank you very much. Now, I'm sure you remember that I also had an opportunity to meet him in Paris. We had a good time. We spent well over 4 hours discussing issues. You know, we have been together for some time now. I can say we started together in PF, then SDP, where he was a senator and I was Deputy Speaker, House of Reps in 1992-93. And we were governors together in 1999. And we had reasons to compare notes, Kano and Lagos. We have so many things in common. And the issue came up, but we are still discussing, trying to see how that can come to fruition. And I want to say that whether in NNPP or any other position, even though we love our party, we love our people, we love our supporters, but we'll be very happy to do anything that can make Nigeria a better place for all of us.
Some people are saying that Bola Tinubu is their friend, and there is the possibility for you to join him in APC to make sure that he delivers the vision of democracy in Nigeria. So what do you say to that? That the possibility that you may likely join the APC to help your friends?
No, I don't think Mr. President will go that way. I think he's more of working together as national or government of national unity, where we can work together and move the country forward. Not, I think he is, and in fact we are now over and above the issue of parties, issue of governance, how we can improve the life of our people across the country.
Less than 2 hours and spoke about and he spoke about the ongoing demolition in Kano, in Italy, and something that takes us. So the that he said he had the opportunity of meeting you.
Now, you see, we are all politicians, and I'm sure you know how strong we are in Kano. The former governor, who is in our league now, former governors forum, is a member of our forum now, was our member, one of the senior members of Kwankwaso in Kano. He was my deputy governor in 1999. In 2003, when I was appointed Minister of Defense, he was my SA in the Ministry of Defense. After we finished in 2007, I came to this very villa to ask my brother, also somebody who was of class 1999, Umar Musa Yar'Adua of blessed memory, and I appealed to him to give him job. Because the job I had was NDDC, which was not enough at that time to make him my SA. So he was given the executive secretary of the Chad Basin Commission with headquarters in N'Djamena. That's 2007. 3 years after that, I invited him when I got ticket to resign and come and join me again. He resigned from his appointment to be my deputy again. And we won the election, 2011-2015. In 2015, because I wanted inclusive government, all our members to be together, I said, okay, take. And he became the governor of Kano State. And since then, you could see what happened in Kano. In fact, he had to stop me from going to Kano for 3.5 years. I was in the Senate. I couldn't visit Kano. Even the security, at that time, the police especially wrote letters to me that I should not go to Kano. And I stayed in Abuja for 3.5 years. Now, all those things are history now. I think where we are is the issue of demolition. You see, many people don't know politics. People don't understand us. But the question somebody should ask, especially those who saw the crowd in Kano on the 29th of May, is why are the people of Kano really in love with our position, with our members of Kwankwaso? Because as at the time of election, we had no federal government, he had. We had no state government, he was the governor. We had no state assembly, chairman of local governments, 44, he owned them, and 484 councillors. We had no contractor, we had no plot to give anybody, nothing, zero. And they brought everything, they put everything on the table to win that election. And they lost, just like they did in 2019. That time they had somebody to impose him. And this time around, this my senior brother here, he is a Democrat. If you win, you win. If you lose, you lose. Even though I know he helped him in a way, being a member of his party, but he lost the election. So, having said that, I want to say that what is happening in Kano is one solid and concrete promise that the governor made that any building within government institutions, he will demolish them. Not plots, not anybody's house, any property in government premises, he would demolish them. And you see, on that, we saw even many people dying. If you go to Kano on the 29th of May, so many people lost their lives, even on that day, to bring this change to Kano. Now, so far, the governor operated in 4 places. One is a faculty of under the University, Kano University of Science and Technology, hospitality. And that was a building done by Audu Bako of blessed memory as governor. It was operated as a hotel. When I went back in 2011, I converted it to be part of Kano University of Science and Technology. Governor then demolished everything there, the entire structures, worth billions of naira, and sacked all the students and sacked all the lecturers. Demolished, and he was building, or they were in the process of building a mall where to buy and sell. And who owned that mall is him and his children. If you go to CAC, you see who owned the companies. That is one. Secondly, governor operated in Hajj camp. That Hajj camp was established immediately after the establishment of the Aminu Kano International Airport, the first airport in this country. In fact, that time people were coming even from outside this country to go to Hajj, from neighboring countries. Now, he demolished all of it. And he sold the plots. And they started building. And Abba demolished it. The owner came and said he knew he was wrong. He will not go to court. The third one demolished was at the heart of the race course, Kano race course. And that one is even owned by his children. The fourth one, which I discussed with Mr. President now, which he started, the governor started, is at the center of Eid ground. Eid, for those of you who are Muslims, they know what I mean. Those of you who are not Muslims, Eid ground is a prayer ground that is being utilized twice a year. And that ground is as old as Islam in Kano State. He did not build around the periphery. He went inside. He went the perimeter one round. He has done the second round. Now he is at the third round. People are building. Now, it's unfortunate, despite our warning during election, that if we succeed, we will demolish and make Eid Mosque. Eid Mosque. No emir of Kano ever prayed anywhere outside that mosque. No governor of Kano ever prayed outside the mosque. This is the most historic, #1 mosque in Kano State. And I can tell you, during Boko Haram in 2012, across the road I saw a window from a house. I told this Abba, the governor now, who was commissioner for works, and say, quickly go and buy glass, bulletproof glass, so that even if somebody shoots at the governor or emir or any senior people within that area, he'll be protected. He went and did. It's there now. Now, that place, center, now is just by the side of a story building. Meaning if you want to kill somebody from your shop, because they are all shops, somebody will only put the gun, instead of like this, it will go down. Now what we are saying is, Kano is big. Why didn't you go and get land somewhere? We warned everybody, don't buy that place. We are going to demolish it. We have to have a mosque in Kano. It's a very serious security risk to have buildings inside, I'm not saying outside, inside the mosque. And anybody, whether you're a Muslim or a Christian, you will never want to see that. Now, all those plots, most of them were sold. It's not like he gave it to anybody. He gave it to himself. He was the commissioner for land for 8 years. I have never been a commissioner for land. Even Shekarawa has never been commissioner. All governors. Now he will ask you, how much do you buy that plot? so millions. Which name you will write? Now we want those people who built in those it. And I can tell you, any responsible government, and we told the president, it's not like we are witch hunting anybody, but university must have a space in Kano. Hajj camp must have a place. Race course must have a place. And then now, eat ground. Now, for those of you who listen to his speech, he said he's putting a judicial commission of inquiry on land. They will investigate. Almost everything is being sold. In fact, we have very big park behind his house in Kano. Now he included it in his house, where people are going to, you find hundreds of people enjoying themselves. They are having fresh air. Nice. So these are some of the things. We are not demolishing that. But university, these 4 places I told you, we have decided as politicians, we campaigned with them. Even if they go to court, they have nothing. They own the place. But where you have issues, which I'm sure is where he sold to people, and most of them were owned, and they don't even have certificates. They have nothing. So I don't want anybody in here or in this country to think we are fools. We love Kano more than anybody, even in Kano, because of the love they are showing, they are supporting. I contested almost 20 elections now in 30 years. And I won all. Of course, we had issues sometimes, like when I was sitting governor in 2003. Something happened and we lost, and so on and so forth. So we are very grateful to Kano people, and we continue to do whatever we believe is good for them, even when some people don't understand. One day they will understand. Even President didn't understand. But when I told him all these stories, I said, we are going now to Eid. I think 20 days from now, we'll go for Salah. This is where I go, where governor go. He's surrounded with shops. It's a big security issue, which has to be addressed. Unfortunately, maybe people didn't know, somebody bought plot. Well, I don't think he's there yet. But it's the same story. The same company that is building mall in the university, Kano University of Science and Technology, is the same company that has built Triumph. How can you go and demolish that building? Remy built it. I bought most of the modern machines in 2013, equipped the whole place. They were producing our local, our paper, and they're all demolished. He just came to Kwankwaso town and gave them, Kwankwaso city, and gave them 2 blocks or 1 block of flats. It doesn't work that way. We cannot allow governors, because you are governor, you come and take over everything and give it to yourself or your family. It doesn't work that way. Some of them, all those who are making noise, are people who are beneficiaries. Who can understand that? Beneficiaries are making noise. But I can tell you, all of you here, all of you, if you become governor in your state with this situation before you, you will do exactly or even more than what Abba is doing now in Kano.
Are you satisfied with the president's intervention?
Huh?
The president?
Yes.
What have they told you? Are you satisfied with it?
Satisfied?
Yes. What are the president trying to say? What the president can intervene in the matter? Because you said earlier on that they are taking the matter to the president. What did the president tell you about this?
President was shocked. Are you not shocked that somebody was selling university? Are you shocked? And it's not only demolishing the whole university. Daula Hotel, for those of you who are in Kano, you know, maybe Daula, demolished to zero. And that's a faculty under Kano University of Science and Technology. He demolished that one. Are you not shocked? President was shocked. He didn't know. He even mentioned that he talked to somebody to go and find out for him. But when he told him, I said, you are a Muslim. Very soon we will go for Salah. How can you go under that circumstance and pray in that place? And even the Triumph place you are talking about. You are journalists. You should be angry. You are the first, that's your constituency. Demolished completely. And he put shops everywhere.
AY, I will never forgive you for this attack. I no go forgive you for this attack.
Be so interested in it because you're kind of what we want to respond to this accusation that you are the mastermind.
He is number one stooge. If you like, with due humility, I put him there. With due humility. I don't want to sound like somebody who is arrogant. But under this circumstance, somebody should try and blow his own trumpet. Without Kwankwaso in Kano in 2015, please, is there anybody in Kano, from Kano here? Anybody? You know, even you know, even if I say you are the one in Kano, because we have performed so well, people trusted us, and we just say, take it, free of charge. Now that same person is saying another one is stooge. It doesn't make any sense. So, you see, the governor is doing what we campaigned with. I wanted to be president, I campaigned also, and I went to Kano and told them that these places, schools, and I can tell you, all our schools, in fact, most of them were being encroached. And it is our policy to make sure that at least their plots are returned to them. All of them. We will not allow anybody, either local government chairman or governor, to go and sell. If you don't buy for the school, please don't sell. We have Polytechnic in Kano. In that Polytechnic, you know it along Bayero University Road. Right inside fence, their own fence, so many houses were built. You just find somebody putting foundation in the campus just close to a window. Governor has sold it. Now these are places where responsible governors over the years, many years ago, decided to get those spaces. Without them, we wouldn't have gotten a space to put the school down. Now we are not even talking about ourselves. We are even talking about our children. If we allow all schools, all mosques, you know, Fage Central Mosque, just recently we lost Wazir in Kano. Wazir in Kano is the chief imam of a very big mosque in Kano. You know, he went and put so many shops right inside, not periphery, inside that mosque. You know it. He sold the plots. So, you cannot fold our arms and say, okay, all our mosques, all our, even Badala, even City Wall, almost sold. All institutions sold. But I believe governor or our party is more particular about these 5. And others will be treated accordingly. Thank you.
AY, 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 the game is on. You have decided to attack me because I'm taking that as an attack. I am taking that as an attack. And inshallah, I will. I'm trying to.
Let me
Now, AY, you said Ove, your leader don't decamp to. You are asking the question, but you dey laugh. That's an attack. I don't care what you do. I think about an attack. And I have decided that your land for village, I dey go collect am. And I won't build a white garment church on top am. Nothing will stop am. That's what I'm going to do with that. Who be this one again now? Anyway, before I begin answer una, I I actually come on because Obi sef was also as Kwankwaso dey speak, Obi sef dey speak for I think Hopkins. Where Hopkins dey that year sef? Shey Hopkins dey New York abi Hopkins dey DC? Eh, John Hopkins. John Hopkins should be where? Should be in DC or New York. But so it's only fair. I say, okay, this is becoming interesting. I'm liking the political strategies that are behind these two movements. This is these two movements that will define 2031. I don't know what people say we talk about 2027, right? I ask you who go win 2027, who go beat Tinubu, nobody beat up. So Tinubu don't win 2027. But 2031 is not just all about party or people, but it's all about movement. Two ideological class, IPOP and Isbila. Wahala, according to Portable. Anyway, I go play Obi video too. I get Obi video. Say Ekpa Ovie Kwankwaso is the next VP to Tinubu for 2027 election. Shetima will be removed. Okay. Where that one come from? Uh, this my so Shetima will be removed and replaced by Kwankwaso to secure the northern state for 2027. Kwankwaso and Tinubu are very good friends. Okay, oh. I don't know. I don't pass 2027. I've left 2027 in 2023. I am more. I'm concerned. I am more focused on what goes on after the election. Anyway, let's see. You said you continue. You said Tinubu is the smartest politician in Nigeria. Uh, the smartest politician in Nigeria. He will be removed and replaced by Kwankwaso and Ganguje produce the next governor in Kano. It was confirmed today, Mr. Obi, some minutes ago. Confirm? What do you mean confirm? By who? What you, I remember. So, what you are saying, from what I'm hearing from you right now, is Shetima is gone, Kwankwaso coming, and so and Ganguje had to produce the next governor. So I don't understand why it has to be like that. I don't understand. What be the what I don't understand. At this point, tell me abeg, wetin what is what is Ganguje? What be Ganguje? What is it bringing to the table? I don't understand. As soon as Kwankwaso enter carry in governor, that's what you are not even thinking of. It don't finish. That language is useless. It's irrelevant. He says main go produce governor. Why? Who will be? I don't understand. So now him becoming vice to secure the vote of the north. I don't know. I still don't. I don't understand. I don't think 2027 is that complicated. Anyway, make I play. I don't think it's that complicated. Una don't forget say na only una use una mouth sign turn by turn. Huh? Na only una use una mouth talk am na so. Tinubu no need to do anything extraordinary. The country no need to do anything special. They go work for am to make sure that turn by turn they honor am. But how that one go take they go take bypass of Obi, that's what I'm interested in. So the idea that Tinubu has to do anything special for him to nobody is the coalition that is taking place is not against Tinubu now. It's to stop Obi. There's nothing that is all these moves now. No be now 2031. So 2027, the outside partners, the the Washington DC, the Brazil, the whatever, they are happy with Tinubu. Abi, do I need to go in details? They are very happy with him. So what else? He did not no get choice. All those noise that they make so now just to create fear. Fear sells. Just like with the America here, right? The America, everybody, people they fear shut the fuck up. Nobody. So, but that's the rule of the game. How do you share people where they talk say after 2023 say the rig election, people will be discouraged. They will not be interested again in this election. Yeah, 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 yeah. People now worry. It is not in no gonna it is no gonna they decide if una go take part in the election or not. When they begin give una back boost, you go first spend your money to Naija man. Naija man don dey spend the money already sef. Jama don dey brand spoon, don dey brand face cap for Tinubu already. So he don dey spend money. Person wey vex say he no go spend money, he no go do it. He don retire for politics after he say dem steal him election. um Naija man. Nigeria is back on track again. Oh, God bless President Tinubu and Vice President Shettima. They say Shettima dey go now. No vacancy na too long in 2027. Na lie you are disagree. Oh, the Obidients go disagree. Let me tell you why they will disagree. Let's listen to this. Listen to this. Listen to this. This man. What?
Well, let me attempt to make comment without saying I clearly understood your question. But quite frankly, for me, with all these things I've said, Nigeria remains one country that have incredible potential for turnaround. We have, just like I always say about Africa, and I'll be using Africa and Nigeria have immense potential in terms of natural resources.
You see wetin Obi do for there when he talk say Nigeria has potential. Then he pause. He said, "Nah, nah, nah." He say Africa. The guy is appealing. I like the guy. I like whoever they prepare the guy now, the person they try. So he's appealing to he don't understand say his clout, his followership, he don't transcend Nigeria. And that is one thing I observed when I went to Harvard. When I go Harvard, I noticed that there were a lot of people who are not Nigerians who are more hyped, seeing him. So I like that part. I think those Paul decided to go there. So I don't know Bible can
So
see
my
no there as we rock.
the trend,
Sorry. Ewa, you get mine though. You get mine. You don't start war. You invaded my you be like Russia, you invaded Ukraine, finish. Now you look for a deal. Nah, lie, there's no deal. There's no deal.
Obi, what happened to your guy
Sorry,
now?
guys. I will continue that video. Let me see. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm gonna like, share, subscribe. No mind that. They may they no use super chat. They no get money. They are brokers. Anyway, let's
You
continue.
have
Hey, why? You hold on.
young age, youthful age, 60% of our age, and youthful people, very dynamic, very talented, keep pushing the right way and everything, and all that. And in terms of governance, it's just to organize, like I said, competent leadership based on doing the right things. And I believe our political setup today, I've always said, we don't need first 8 years. We don't need second term. Because I think it's part of our problem. We need people to just come for a single term. For me, it's 5 years. I believe whatever you can do. Yes, you might not be able to do whatever you think you're going to do in 5
As I said, whenever they put Obi for game, that person need parents. When they tell me that I'll buy there for that person. He is actually taking the conversation to the northern people now. Say, come. I can in 4 years I go change things. Mona just give me, forget this man. That's it. That is his argument now.
years
I
after
like
success.
that.
But I say in 5 years, you can show the right direction.
So I know say people wey no understand how this men dey communicate at that level, they will run away for 5 years. They will say, oh, maybe they want change the constitution for 5 years. No, 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 no. As a politician, people wey in they talk to, they don't code already immediately. Forget about the 5 years. He is actually say things can be changed between 2027 and 2031. Mona forget 2 years.
If you mean well.
Two term I mean.
Clearly, I've observed, and I know that in the first 2-3 years, you can take those decisions that can make the place to be on its right path. We need to change our parliamentary system and bring in a system that will allow. We went too far going into American system of capitalism, in terms of governance system. We need a moderate side where we can be like what is happening in Indonesia or in South Africa, where we have proportional representation.
Obi, Obi, Obi don't know say that is the most important economic zone going forward. So every activity go dey there. So which country America is going to actually it's changing already in terms of ally? That's where that man don't pledge in allegiance. Well, it's part of the graduate anyway. So, but I think I'm loving this game
To the
anyway.
assembly, where we have opportunity of the president to be answerable properly to the assembly. Today, if you make Peter president, I can decide not to talk to anybody. I can just hire some, maybe media talks, to be answering and calling anybody's name in social media and everything. So nobody, if the Prime Minister of India travels today, you can go and check. Every Indian knows where he is at all times. Before he leaves the country, he will tell you where he's going. When he arrives there, he will say he arrived there. There's a conversation he will do that. So is the president of Indonesia. On that we don't know. Everywhere he is. But I can tell you, I don't know where leaders are, what they do. President said he comes to retreat
Ah,
on 2
guy.
weeks. After that, he extended. Nobody's sure whether the retreat is extended. Oh yes, but they extended 1 week after. When you chose to be in public life, the public must know where you are. You can stay in your private life. Today, I tell people wherever I'm going.
I fuck
When
up,
I
man.
arrived in Rome yesterday, people knew I was in Rome. They know I'm here now. And they know I'm going to live here to California tomorrow. Because you choose a public life. I can choose to go back to my family and decide nobody should know where I am. But you must be answerable to the people. That's why we need to change some of our political trajectory to have a progress.
We have a
Wala. Oh. According to Portable, Abi. Why Obi go dey cast my president like that for Obodo Yibo now? Obi, you no try, oh. My president is in Asu Rock. You just go dey cast my president like that. Eh, tomorrow night you go call out your elder brother. For in front. For in back, you go dey cast am. Why? You go dey cast my president for outside. For in president, you go call am my brother, elder brother, elder brother. But what is the difference though? What's the difference? When they go lost for in the name of working shey na working visit, abi na working retreat, whatever Tinubu call am. And him will go also in front of them, they cast am. What's the difference? I give it to you. You have made your points back home before you left the country, but still, I don't know what they find for abroad sef. All of una. Two left leg. I don't know what they find. What did they find for job? Eh? This era of when nationalism is having the headway led by Donald Trump. You have a window of 10 to 15 years to form a national consensus, either with the people or with your section of the elite, and aim for freedom. I see before they go finish their fight, maybe we don't achieve something. All of them are already parried on ourselves. Anyway, so this is interesting. I like the the fact that all of them Kwankwaso no go like this thing. I swear to God, he's not going to be happy. Cause the whole aim. Today is what? Today is Thursday. The whole aim of Kwankwaso coming out is so that we dominate the airwave, at least into the weekend and all through the weekend. Now waiting all the bloggers, all the news channel that everybody will talk about, right? We store the airwave for a minute to bring him up in popularity, and his number will go up a little bit. But I think there is a CIA agent in Kokosia movement. We put Obi up for this because now he has to share that airwave now with Obi, this Obi, because if you go on Twitter, like I don't even know which one they trend the pass between the two one. So they were streaming Obi live, YouTube and every other social media. So it's going to be, I don't know, like I would say now we will see which one who get power, who don't invest more pass, who this momentum will last in our airwave. We see. But it's a very calculated, good move by the Obi camp. That's a good move. So they will go at it. But uh, It's the what's that name again? The guy with the make case that Kwankwaso we is is your theory. I don't know. I know that I don't know. I don't know how I don't it's I think now waiting them promise Kwankwaso I never know because but why Tinubu make the move is very clear with the way the CPC wing of the APC they move so they are going to SDP with Atiku. They worked against Tinubu. They never wanted him to be president. They worked against why they sit down for power. They worked against him. So and Tinubu in fact actually sidelined them in this administration. So I don't even see any CPC member who is clear, who is pretty much in this Tinubu government. Which is understandable. They work for Atiku, so they are going to SDP with Atiku. Atiku is going to SDP. Now, who will take PDP ticket? Now I never understand. Because for Kwankwaso not to go there, that means Tinubu give am better offer. Because the deficit where Buhari people and CPC go move from the south northwest, that's what the Kwankwaso is going to fill in so that Atiku no go overwhelm am for there. Now, if there is any reason that Shetima is not coming back, there's no way you can replace him with somebody from another zone. You can only replace him from two constituency, either a Christian or another Muslim from the northeast. Yes, you understand? I don't know if there's any reason that Shetima will be gone, it will either be replaced by a Christian or somebody from northeast. A Christian in this place, that's where the current secretary to the federal government, David Akume, abi what's that his name, come into play. But I don't even want to go far, say they will come out and yeah, but if that's the case. But saying Ganguje will produce like Ganguje is gone. I mean, oh, yeah, understand the Konkoso, like Ganguje is gone. He said, "Nah, boy, it was part of the Konkosoya before. He was senior member. He was a senior member of Konkosoya. He give you history. I ain't a reserve. Like, they want to like, you don't get crowd again now. Konkoso has the governor of the state. The emir, Sanusi, na Konkoso put her there the first time. Now, him boy, Nisi put her there again. So, they don't finish now. They're already in APC. So, we are come with this. Somebody who's come with that kind of weight, with that kind of force to APC. You want to talk of who be Ganguje. Ganguje no get any electability credential again. He has nothing. His image here is now Tinubu dey protect am. So somebody is who can do his job and it better than his job without any stain, without any. Well, so Tinubu won't do everything to clean out the bad eggs. So they na sideline they also sideline Ganguje. So she don't give her appointment to be airport or whatever. So not to give her say go produce governor. Who in be wey go produce governor? There's nobody. So I Kwankwaso joining. I just the right move with that because 2027 the goal is to be in a position because northern candidate come 2031 is going to be a consensus. So the competition now with them they face within the northern elite, the articles, the Kwankwasos, the L5 All of them want the same thing, and na only one person that go fit give the nurse go fit give ticket. So you have to be in a better position. So Kwankwaso coming to APC at this early stage is it's a no-brainer. Kwankwaso coming to APC now is a no-brainer. Coming with that kind of cloud, coming with one governor. Now they will begin to work. They go for they will carry Jigawa easy. They will take out for PDP because now soon allow me to the 90 Jigawa is gone. They will collect that way. They will collect Jigawa. They will collect what be this state wey dey near Jos. Bauchi, not Bauchi, Gombe. Those are their stronghold. So they will collect Jigawa. Na Sule Lamido dey there. That one na featherweight. They will collect reach all the way to Gombe. Ganguje no get he can't do anything now. Na because dem be APC chairman. Now they no need am again because if push am comot for there. I no go surprise they carry chairmanship position give Kwankwaso. Wait oh, Kamboroba, 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 Kamboroba. Listen, this makes sense because which kind offer they go fit give Kwankwaso?
Let me start.
Maybe na the party chairman. This guy will be the next party chairman, APC party chairman. That's what is going to happen. That is what is going to happen. Maybe they don't promise that, and if you don't be APC chairman, you don't finish that. The
By
guy go get the ticket for APC with ease. Ease, he go take collect am. Atiku go SDP. Now PDP is open. Who won? They won't leave her for southern person, and they are thinking that the Obi go fit come in, but no, na trap. I don't think Obi is stupid. Na trap. Obi should not go PDP.
thank you.
Obi should continue with obedient movement. They should just go and register and take over the party from the world level and through the chairman and whoever they want, they put in there. That's what they need to do. As far as I'm concerned, that should be their target. There's no way you can convince them not to aim for 2027. That's fine.
Almighty
Obi
God.
is already making case for that. But but their house should be on 2031. They should own that party. So if now that PDP is open, I don't know open because I don't know. Wike go there. I won't be surprised, but uh, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know the result we will get with that. Saraki, that Saraki guy, because this new militant will just pop up for that in backyard. I can only read 2 minutes to it. Either I don't discover new resources for that angle, or Saraki is want to run for president. So they go need to vet am. They need to vet am they come. We'll see. Like senators they be now they go scatter back. And that's their way of vetting themselves. Let's see if this guy help the 6K. But that's me, my own way of seeing things anyway. Yeah, but Saraki with his movement these days, trying to invade the youth space, going take picture of England they play. I don't know what is their all those their club where they play soccer. I don't fuck with all those shit anymore. Who again? Who again? Even though region wise, zone and go north, but who I know say go dey south, we go dey interested outside Wike. I don't think Obi will go for that shit. And if Obi go for it, it's done. He go lose, and once he lose, the conversation of that turn by turn or the idea that the PDP has denied Southern presidential ticket for so long, and that conversation ends. So they will focus on producing the Northern presidency for all the major parties going to 2031. So I don't think it should go there. But so Kwankwaso move, or Tinubu going in for Kwankwaso is a good. It's just to fill that potential vacuum that the new PDP and CPC that will form the coalition called SDP that is coming on. I'm talking to Prince Adewale if he go come on. Make I assign his own role of this coalition against Obi. That's what it's about. So yeah, he's going to the new coalition, the new big thing that is going to hit the political wave, right? The new group, the new gang up is going to be PDP because Wike now PDP is split. PDP is split between Wike get one part of PDP, it's split into three places. Wike get one, Atiku dey carry im own go, then the old man from Jigawa, Abi Sule Lamido. So that's how it's going to split. Atiku will go with his own gang and merge with CPC.
Sure
Then
enough.
bring every other crowd of parties, small party wey dem go fit bring join them. That's the coalition right there under Atiku. So whatever vacuum that coalition go bring within the north, especially the northwest, that's where the Konkosa and Konkosia group comes into play. They go feed that. So
As
Tinubu is covered in that angle. Now that the article, the SDP go, the whole SDP, the coalition of the SCPC and article wing of the PDP that will form SDP, their goal, the whole goal is to one, to at least to rival APC to dominate or to populate the both the lower house and the upper house one, but the primary goal is to go for Obi. They want to make sure Obi do poorly. Poorly means doing worse than what he did in 2023 in terms of numbers.
this is
And that would demoralize, that would be the end of the journey going to 2031. Because the North wants to, they don't want, they want to avoid being in a very difficult position when you talk to say, okay, who no go win? No. So they want to be in a very, very, clear position. How is that going to happen? They will have to have their candidate in APC, have their candidate in the PDP, have their candidate in SDP going to 2031. But any major party that will come on in 2031, they will want to have their. So that will, they will and the easiest way to do that is to use PDP to kill the idea that PDP no one give another southern person candidate. They will do that this time around, and the person will lose. It doesn't matter who that person is. But most importantly, they are going after Obi's number. Because anything make Obi, because anything will make Obi replicate the same success or better in terms of getting more seven above 6 million and still maintain position or be finish second. You don't finish now. The case of turn by turn will die naturally, they will have to look for somebody that will come fight am at the polls. That will be very difficult. But the first thing, if that one no, this is what is going to happen. If 2027 election no go their way is that they crush Obi and they were able to form that coalition for, and it was very the agreement with Tinubu went on well. That means everything go well. If things no go well, means Obi do well. Obi do well now. The only way to start the what I cannot explain in the future is to start discrediting the election. Say election will not go accept am. Then people will begin break the law. When I mean people, groups of political people that have political power, and that will spin out to 2031, and maybe we will revisit the mistake of our forefathers and replicate our civil war part two. But anyway, so for now, the move is a good move for the APC guys. For Kwankwaso, I don't know,
Okay.
and I can't say anything. Where is good for him unless he become the APC chairman. Then I'll say okay, yes, it's a win-win for him because that's the only thing. Or maybe Tinubu don't threaten and say come, oh. Na emergency room will come. One take Sanusi out, and if una misbehave, if una misbehave, I go give una so administrator, and nothing go happen. So that could be another threat. They threaten am. So I don't know. But as time goes on, sha, we go begin see shey Easter don come go, Ramadan don come abi. And I said it at the beginning of the year, if you are a follower of this platform, you know, I tell am say this year na what? Alliance. Everybody go know where im belong before the year finish. But 2026 like this, na fire for fire. Na scandal na you go dey hear, skeleton, everybody scandal go begin fly everywhere. And God bless Obi. Obi no gree form alliance and they say he wan go by his side. They go finish that with propaganda. I'm here for all that shit. Anyway, so within the next couple of days, we will see what becomes of this new alliance. What becomes of Ganguje. As I said, shout out to the Obidients. They are doing their own thing in John Hopkins too. So the internet is about to be on fire, and a lot of calculation go dey come on from everywhere. But
I remember.
we'll see. We'll see. Nothing much to this. It's not. It's just a good. It's a good move for the APC so far. And if this will give Kwankwaso the chairman of the party, I will say that the guy go collect the guy will hold the ticket for 2031 for APC. He go die there. Ah, he go die there. So there's nothing more to this. I don't think I'm wrong in my analysis so far. But again, next couple of days we'll find out where we is.
Remember that the first time I
Um,
was here was 1992, and the last time was about 6 or 7 years ago.
so you see, professional politician like this, like him. One thing where you have to learn about them is that they know how to control the narrative from the get go. So from the beginning, it don't they give precedence, set history. So the argument where you go to hear because it's surrogates, right? The political jobbers, the content creator and the rest of them, you know, we go we go take the conversation forward, enter tomorrow, next tomorrow, and so on and so on. That's where the argument. Anybody we want at come in the opposite to say, okay, it's been an opportunity, it's been you don't collect bribe, you don't you say, no. That's what we say, no. Ah, these are political friends. They've been betting and showering and chasing the same babe together back in Katina. The days of So you don't give talking point out there. So it's controlling the narrative from the beginning. So that's one thing you have to do to these people.
And I'm so happy that I am here, especially that I had an opportunity to see the President and Commander-in-Chief. And we had
Now you would think that since that which year you talk 90s, he never do anything with that. This is a man who served as a minister, automatically a cabinet member for 4 years for that same place wey him dey so between the under Buhari first regime. So they call talk now. He was a member of NDD, so Aso Rock na like home. But you see how they start am as if, of course, most of them, especially the content creators, most of them na Buhari's political principles. So all of them come into political understanding under Buhari, so they no go understand. So they go begin argue as if say, guy, this man dey Aso Rock in and out for straight 4 years for one not too long ago.
a lot of
Anyway,
time to discuss various issues, especially political issues, and of course issues of governance. And I was very happy that I came because, as usual, Mr. President displayed his experience and, of course, strategy on so many things. And we're happy that so far so good.
now if we just roll back to like let's say 24 hours ago, one also criticism of Bola Tinubu administration is his lack of strategy. That means he was criticizing his implementation of policies, which means the strategy in which he used implementing those strategies are nothing to are not up to par, which is responsible why for the economy the way it is, the way it, so generally it was know they criticize the man himself. He wasn't even against the policy because of course now policy. If to say himself become president, will be all of them will run the same policy. But they were more critical about how, which is pretty much the technicality and the praise that is given to people now. See, politicians. And grammar, all of
And
us is
we
speak.
discussed many issues that probably with time, some of them, of course, will be at your domain. But for now, on behalf of all of us in our party, in our group, Kwankwaso, we want to thank Mr. President for this invitation to see him. And I'm so happy that I have this opportunity. And
Okay. One thing wey I never understand about politicians, about the president, one thing I don't understand, and it's obvious between our now and the Americans. Una see Rubio, in fact, any of the Trump appointee, any of the cabinet member,
Women led
apart from those those overgrown men wey dey house, but his cabinet member is appointee. You see how they praise am. No sentence go complete that just say the president, Mr. President, the president general, the president. At times I was like, what the heck? So now this is a man wey contest with Tinubu himself, right? They criticize am every day, but look, just they say I'm very happy that Mr. President. I'm very happy that Mr. President, like, as if like, what is it? Wetin dey there? Like, what is as in, it just have to be a playbook because I no sure say all of a sudden as soon as they sway in the president, it became they go begin treat am like a royal. The way he go appear before the royal father president, right? Obasanjo go sleep for ground, go wan lick floor because he want show say he be traditional man. That's exactly what these people are doing.
discuss how to move Nigeria forward. Thank you very much.
They are always moving like it's always about to move Nigeria forward. Eh? What does that even mean? What did it mean? Oh my god.
Now, I'm sure you remember that I also had an opportunity to meet him in Paris. We had a good time. We spent well over 4 hours discussing.
Nigerians where they cry. Tinubu una don hear abi? He went there to work. He went there to meet Nigerians. Ah, God, who do us like this? We spent like 2 fucking weeks chew ourselves out from every media to another. Una don tell you, dem say na okay now na una don know wetin dem dey do for London and Paris.
Issues. You know, we have been together for some time now. I can say we started together in PF, then SDP, where he was a senator and I was Deputy Speaker, House of Reps in 1992-93. And we were governors together.
Again, that historical background, that context is very important. It's just to control the narrative, right? To set the discussion for political jobbers. Just pay attention to Boala. Oh my God. Ah, wow. Politics. It's just to laughable, man. When we pay attention to Boala, make it come. All this thing wey you don tell us, so na there Boala go start. That every other criticism that happen in it, no. They have to spend so much time buttressing that history, how they take come
Together
together, that
in
just to buy time.
1999, and we had reasons to compare notes, Kano and Lagos. We have so many things in common. And the issue came up, but we are still discussing, trying to see how that can come to fruition. And I want to say that whether in NNPP or any other position, even though we love our party, we love our people, we love our supporters. But we'll be very happy to do anything that can make Nigeria a better place for all of us.
I don't understand. See that trend they threatening now. Because na London you go, Chatham House. Because this one wey he talk say he be very happy to do anything. Hey, anything. All right, we shall see.
Let me say this to the office manager. Some people are saying that Ghana making free is their friends. And there is the possibility for you to join in the APC to make sure that you deliver the people for democracy. So what do you say to that? That the possibility that you may likely join the APC to help your friends.
No, I don't think Mr. President will go that way. I think he's more of working together as national or government of national unity.
Now, see, say he is not saying him no one journal when I'm him and his movement. See, I don't think Mr. President will go that way. What does that mean? You don't think Mr. President will go that way? Huh? So
Where we
who
can work together and move the
will
country
see?
forward. Not, I think he's, and in fact, we are now over and above the issue of parties, issue of governance, how we can improve the life of our people across the country.
These motherfuckers are smart. They are smart. You don't think Mr. President will go the party we're trying to say, okay, let's you come join the party. All right. But we have gone beyond the party way. We are now working together. As what? As Kwankwaso, if you are not working together, being as NNPP, no. You don't join already. Now say there as time goes on, we will hear the offer. But we know the damage and whatever the move the alliance is coming to fix. It's coming to fix the vacuum that the CPC and the SDP, APDP gang will take away from the north. So that's where the conclusion will come in. That's a brilliant move. But I what's what's the price now? What's the price? Joining APC is not just nothing. I'm coming with the governor. You have a man who is not even electable first, who is not even he can't even go and campaign anywhere else because of his public image. I cannot be in the same party and you expect me to be under him as he be my party chairman. I think that's a very good argument to make, right? As a Konkoseya, we are coming with one governor of a state, one of the most important states in the country in terms of voting numbers. I have that under me, 100%. The government power is with me, people's power is with me, the royal power is with me, and you expect me to be under a man who cannot even present himself to the media, who cannot even make case abroad because of the dollar that was swaying around him in the Babariga. That can't be possible. So that's why he no announce am. I mean, what I'm saying, this is what I'm reading to this whole presentation right here. When he say as time goes on, the media will know what the media will know wetin actually transpire. They will find a way to ease Dangote out now. They will not embarrass him like that. They don't already put am for airport already now. Because I don't see any other offer that you can offer Kunkoso that will make sense to me if you are not going to give him the chairman of the party. knowing that you are not going to give him the ticket 2027. So you have to keep him busy. You have to give something that he can hold on to till 2031. And there's no other thing you can give him. Ministerial position. It's bigger than that. He can't take anything more. He's been there. So if you give him the party to control, it will take time to build the structure for himself. I guess 2031. Now let's say I'm right from that angle. Now what is that's the only way. If there's another way, maybe they're threatening that maybe Tinubu will tell us they come. That your royal father, so that guy with the running matter 10 years old. You know say days are numbered. It's gone. We are going to take him out. Take him out of the palace. And if we not do anyhow, we'll give una so administrator. You guys are with all the number one again, money go fit buy am. That's what river is. River is more important. In a nutshell, that's what I'm trying to say. If is more important than Kano in the scheme of things, can be given the sole administrator, Alaji, just behave or go deliver his own administrator. This time around, if he deliver Okechukwu, Weke, I go bring Okechukwu Uzogula go our strong name, Obiangeri Okechukwu, as the sole administrator of Kano. Oh, that'll be fun. That could be the other side of the whole, thing. But as you said, as time goes, we'll find out.
Now, you see, we are all politicians, and I'm sure you know how strong we are in Kano. The former governor, who is in our league now, former governors forum, is a member of our forum now, was our member, one of the senior members of Kwankwaso in Kano. He was my deputy governor in 1999.
When they give
In
history,
2003, when I was appointed Minister of Defense, he was my SA in the Ministry of Defense. After we finished,
the guy they make a case why he no go fit be, he no go fit be, he no go fit dey under Ganguje. Like case in the as a chairman, he no go fit dey under am. It's coming with a governor. They are popular and then get Kano. But most importantly, na me groom am. That's exactly those
in
this history is
2007,
about.
I came to this very villa to ask my brother, also somebody who was of class 1999, Umar Musa Yar'Adua of blessed memory, and I appealed to him to give him job. Because the job I had was NDDC, which was not enough at that time to make him my SA. So he was given the executive secretary of the Chad Basin Commission with headquarters in Jamena. That's 2007. 3 years after that, I invited him when I got ticket to resign and come and join me again. He resigned from his appointment to be my deputy again. And we won the election, 2011-2015. In 2015, because I wanted inclusive government, all our members to be together, I said, okay, take. And he became the governor of Kano State. And since then, you could see what happened in Kano. In fact, he had to stop me from going to Kano for 3.5 years. I was in the Senate. I couldn't visit Kano Even the security, at that time, the police especially wrote letters to me that I should not go to Kano. And I stayed in Abuja for 3.5 years. Now, all those things are history now. I think where we are is the issue of demolition.
So he's trying to tell you, he say, that guy na him boy. Other than the fact say the man is corrupt, quote unquote, publicly, doesn't have public image again. And we compare them at that level. But if even we have to bring history into it into play, it's my boy, right? So now the case didn't they make to Tinubu be that. Now, as in the Asu Rock, they run him out. Obi the Obi went to like I say na John Hopkins. John Hopkins. As I never figure it out. John Hopkins should either be in New York or the DC area, Maryland DC area. So he spoke from there at the same time. So which is great for people like us who are students of history and contemporary politics. So we read meaning to all this. It's not a coincidence that I'm not saying they are going to be rival, but they are rival. If what I'm saying plays out, Kwankwaso was able to get tickets in 2031. He's saying it already that it is not about individual, but it's going to be about movement and ideology. The obedient movement against Kokosoya movement from 2031. So that's the kind of angle I am looking at it from. So it's not a coincidence that the, that they are speaking at the same time.
Well, let me attempt to make comment without saying I clearly understood your question. But quite frankly, for me, with all these things I've said, Nigeria remains one country that have incredible potential for turnaround. We have, just like I always say about Africa,
I like that detour. I don't know why. I like the detour from Nigeria to Africa. Right? You better take advantage of the global cloud that you are having. As I said earlier on, one thing what I noticed about me going closer to Obi last year when I went to Harvard was the attitude of non-Nigerians towards him. They were more hyped. They were really starstruck. They were seen a celebrity like politician. So I noticed that there's no way. I mean, each of the panelists spoke the room before it comes everywhere you go. You will see if you see 10 people around Obi, yeah, you have to say that six of them are like from other African countries, and they were all ha 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 he, ha ha ha. So him taking a pause or taking a detour from saying Nigeria, choosing from Nigeria, having potential to the African continent. You understand the John Twitter now? I mean, sorry, TikTok. I mean, you understand how the algorithm works.
Africa and Nigeria have immense potential in terms of natural resources, human capital. I know it needs to be trained, but we have young age, youthful age, 60% of our age, and youthful people, very dynamic, very talented, keep pushing the right way and everything, and all that. And in terms of governance, it's just to organize like I say, competent leadership believes in doing the right things. And I believe our political setup today, I've always said, we don't need first 8 years, we don't need second term, because I think it's part of our problem. We need people to just come for a single term. For me, it's 5 years.
Obi is playing to that 4 years, 2027 to 2031, that the North are also saying that we cannot continue with Tinubu 4 years. So he's playing to that when he's saying that under 5 years we can change things. And that's a brilliant move. So it's not necessarily making because let's say the constitution now, the constitution should change all that. No, even though that is in the conversation, but the argument that he's trying to make is playing to that narrative that the northern people are putting out there already. Or not pretty much Nigerians who disagree with the government performance so far are saying that there's a need for you to change the mind. So that's the where the angle that he's speaking to. Omori, you don't come back. I think say you don't say kai this guy. Like belle na in the face, man run from am. Ah wait now, what happened? Omori,
Bro,
hello?
hello, I did hear.
Uh,
You did hear me?
okay, something is not. I think you are speaking. I can't hear you, but let me see.
Talk again, man.
You did hear me?
Huh. That's strange. I
I'm
think
here. I can hear
I
you.
don't know. I
I
don't
can
know.
hear you loud and clear.
This I never bring anybody on this thing where I just switched to this stream here. Wait, source not visible when another is maximized. Okay. In here.
I can hear you loud and clear. Can you hear me? Over me,
I
I did
don't
hear
know,
you well,
man.
well.
I swear I don't know what's going on. I know say you did talk. But I want to also believe that the audience can hear you, but I can't. So I'm trying to figure out why. It's a shame.
Yeah, I did hear you clearly, though.
Um, uh, hmm. Omori, I've been away.
I did hear you very well, bro.
Ebla say, are you sure you are not muted from your own side? Don't go. Yeah, I don't know. I could tell that you were saying something, but I just couldn't hear you. I don't know. This software, why this platform, why I just switched to. I don't think I've bring anyone on. I think I have. Okay, bringing on. Yeah, on now, we.
Kwankwaso, you did hear me?
Uh, let's see. Hello,
Hello. Okay.
hello.
Kwankwaso, I can hear you loud and clear.
Okay, you can hear me, but I can't hear you.
Okay, okay. Make I come here.
Um,
No,
this
well,
is
later, man, I will to you.
ridiculous.
No,
So
well,
why?
I believe whatever you can do
Just let me see. I don't know. Sorry, nah, I think it's from my side, but I seriously don't know what is responsible. Now, somebody tried 4 months there Wednesday, and the same thing happened. So I don't know. So
Yes,
anyway,
you might
let
not
me.
be able.
So I think Obi is Obi like wahala too much. Obi like wahala. Obi is eating the right places, right? When they talk about under 5 years, this can be changed, the right government and all that. It's making ah! So I want to see where now the how the media go to divide. Are they going to be making Obi stressing Obi's point that he can make things happen under a good he can make things happen under 4 years better than what Tinubu is doing now? Or they are going to pay him a deaf ear and inch on Kwankwaso's alliance with Tinubu. That's where and that one I want. That's where my
Do
next
whatever
attention
you
will be
think you're
at.
going to do in 5 years. That's what people say. But I say in 5 years, you can show the right direction if you mean well. Clearly, I've observed, and I know that in the first 2, 3 years, you can take those decisions that can make the place to be on its right path. We need to change our parliamentary system.
Obi is taking his case to those people who believe Tinubu has failed these 4 years. He has performed below par. So he's taking his case to them, right? Especially those who believe that who are fan of what Donald Trump is doing. Donald just rearrange the world under 2 months. Having Malay of Argentina, come on, the guy says just saw through his government and rearrange things so it can be done. So B is actually putting his case in the middle of yes. The idea that one need 2 term is bunkum. Shit can be done under 2 months. Ask Donald Trump. In fact, I was me when they laugh obedience. Obedience it took it about almost 6 months, I mean 3 months before they recover from the breakfast they took the booster. But I don't think the Democrats has recovered from Trump backbones yet. So when Obi is speaking that things can be done under 5 years, he's literally putting his argument before table, before the people who believe who are on that side of the argument that yes, things can be done. Some people they believe say okay, if he come, he doesn't have the Senate, the House of that kind of a shit. But he's just taking the conversation to the highest level. Say, come, this is how bunkum, man. I can do it.
Parliamentary
Can he do it?
system
Mew
and
mo.
bring in a system that will allow. We went too far in going into American system of capitalism, in terms of governance system.
You see, now waiting. Nigeria ain't take fuck up. Now. I understand that you're either happy to he's either happy to Donald Trump or you're happy to let's say Sultan, right? Is the number one figure from when they always talk say the Nigerian future. I think if you go back to last week, I think I talked about all that. The Nigerian future is between an Islamic social state. That's where they no go agree with that when they talk they want to bring American system of capitalism. Even though, in a way yeah, that's where we are. That's what we are doing right now. Or we are going to have a socialist capitalist state. I literally this has now my preaching be that. This is what I've been saying for the last 2 weeks. You go back to what I've been talking about. Some of my headlines. What's before the future of Nigeria is Islamic social states, socialism, right? That's why I say Obi saying I'll bring the American capitalism. So I understand. Yeah, you got to. Donald Trump is the man of the moment now. You have to appeal to him. You know, they don't like that kind of shit. You being a Catholic, Pope just died. You know, the Vance is don't the chop only coming on every day. I mean, Obi is in the Obi stars are aligned in a way. Anyway, so he says he's going to bring American capitalism. That's a great thing, right? I mean, especially the social media wizards will jump on that and start doing that. But the custodians of the Sharia state, they're fucking with that kind of shit, man. Right? So last, these two ideology go away. Just like what is happening in the United States of America and the West in general, especially the West, right? They're fighting the two ideologues, right? Even though they are all into capitalism, but they're in between them. One still believe that everybody should live as one, no gender fluidity. I mean, the idea of singularity, the idea of globalization, one world order, have one government run everything from Washington D.C. and all that kind of shit. And the other angles of the conversation who are nationalists, right? USA, USA, USA. I guess I'm leaning towards that side because, hey man, leave us alone. We'll fuck ourselves around and see how we could do things, right? That's the angle I'm saying things from. But I think we are going to that point. And if I remember clearly, I think somewhere about four, 5 years ago, and they always try to work a model. How are we going to arrive at a junction whereby we are going to be split politically speaking, speak evilly into two, north and south, or Muslim and Christian. Because that is the competition. That is the competition that will actually move the Nigerian forward. If there's anything like that, because this one where everybody is turn by, I mean, it's not going to cut it. We need to split. If not, the Christian and Muslim ideology will split the country. Politically speaking, or north and south, let them go for competition. Let the elites from the north and the elites from the south, you know, find a way to convince us with their competence, rather than all these their backdoor deals that they are making in London, in Paris, and you name it.
We need a moderate side where we can be like what is happening in Indonesia or in South Africa, where we have proportional representation.
It is very important at this point. People should take Obi serious and know where he's coming from. Where all his references, majority of the references that he's trying to make in terms of using other countries, are within the southeast, the Asian region. Donald Trump administration, or let's say the American chapter of influence, their next focus, their next war, their next glory, their next good. Ever you are on this American story, they are at this chapter of their life, the Donald Trump administration have designated the Southeast Asia as the most important region in the world. It is no longer Europe. That's why they say Europe, sit up, take care of yourself, man. At this point, there's a more juicy there's a more juicy area that deserve 100% of our attention. And guess what? If you read there's a this book where I recommend, Strategy of Denial. If you read Strategy of Denial, you understand how the going forward, the kind of alliance, anti-regional hegemony alliance they are going to build against the Chinese. Already Quad is already going already. That is between the Australia, Indian. and America. They have their park already going on, but the likes of Philippines, the Indonesia, those are going to be big focus of America. They are going to invest in those countries heavily to get their trust and their land so that they can take the whatever China, just to stop China from being that regional hegemony. Because once China become that the regional hegemony, and that is going to be the economic activities of the region for the next 100 years. So Obi is building his connection in routes, maybe not there then instead of going straight to White House or DC, right? So they go meet. So that's the whole point of him always refreshing because right now one of the most important island the America is going to have is India, and their presence here in America. If you live in America today, you can tell that yes, it's obvious. So him referring India the time Indonesia, like dressing like them, it's also telling the and again, if you listen to Scott Bassett, that's the Secretary of Treasury, we speak for uh, um, IAF, World Bank, whatever means that they are in doing right now in DC. As he said, them Rufa and everybody did there. When he literally tell the IMF and UN that they should sit up and push all their nonsense ideology aside and do what is needful. But again, if you want to connect it the dot further, you have to go and read and listen to some of the speeches from World Economic Forum in this year edition, January 21st, which is literally as Donald Trump will take oath of office, their own activities a kickoff. Their leader, the founders of the WTO, Klaus Schwab, just retired, and already they don't fire corruption charges. No be only Nigeria. The man who founded World WTO, World Economic Forum, who has been there since the inception, don't retire. Since they stepped down today, they fire lawsuit. They begin go after and say, oh, he embezzle money. Now, why am I saying all this? Why the dots you connect to actually understand why Obi is constantly making those references to all those countries, but at the same time, you don't even take account for that they dress like them. So all of them, they are of the same. Now the new American league with that. So if Obi become president, I don't know how that will take play out, but we see. So that is the whole. That is another understanding of Obi constantly making those references and trying to emulate their God because that's where American the globalists especially that's why they fight Donald Trump right now because they are the one that invested in the companies that went to China. So another book you want to read again is Resure. Resure now how the businesses are going to move out of China, but they are not necessarily coming back to America because as I said, the ideology fight that is going on, they are still making things hard for the Trump angle. So they are moving away from China. Yes, India is the largest beneficiary of that. So the likes of Indonesia, that Obi is already referring to, and every other country. Those are the next beneficiary on the African continent. Uh, Kenya, Rwanda, so are the now then benefit pass. Angola is there, but in the 60s now war they fight for Angola just as they fight for because of the resources. But before Biden left, he has put better money there to finish up their rail that will link DRC that literally take resources away. It will be easier for them to transport raw material from Congo via they call it Lobito corridor from Angola, enter ship from the Atlantic Ocean and just zoom out and be in the Indian Ocean and get for that side. So all these things, those are the connection. In case you don't, I mean, those way they believe the role of the international community, Americans in our life. We not understand this angle that I'm taking it from, but if you understand what
for
one,
the assembly.
come on, let's
When
go.
we have opportunity of the president to be answerable properly to the assembly, Today, if you make Peter president, I can decide not to talk to anybody. I can just hire some maybe media talks to be answering and calling anybody's name in social media and everything. So nobody,
I like Obi confident. We don't dey get confident. Is embracing the role. Is embracing the role that that he found himself. I mean, he has worked for. That's why from time to time he decide to be cheesy, decide to be sarcastic, and that's another sign of
if the Prime
intelligence.
Minister of
Anyway,
India travels to
kudos
India,
to him.
you go and check. Every Indian knows where he is at all times. Before he leaves the country, he will tell you where he's going. When he arrives there, he will say he arrived there. There's a conversation he will do that. So is the president of Indonesia. And now we don't know. Everywhere he is. But I can
See, my fear for Obi, all this thing wey him win dey talk say him go do am like being answering to the people, always be with the people, and that kind of all those are nice. Him go do am, but that is the danger. Shout out to Dr. Dameji. That's what I was trying to point out to him when he talk about this. When we get into on this Donald Trump issue, America they always get to personality when it comes to president under their card. The smooth talker leader, right? The Barack Obama of you know the Barack Obamas, the Bill Clinton, very smooth. They appeal to your feeling, that humor. They are very good at that. But why as they just dey smooth talk you so, the policy that has been implemented as they follow you the yeah so they destroy you. Just like the idea, this issue of the immigration. Nobody is talking about how the millions of people where Obama deport, but people don't know because people were carried away with that smoothness, and the same thing with Bill Clinton. When they literally say, okay, oh, his drugs policy destroyed the African community, the Black African American community to date. But now one of the smoothest guy. Why would they have the other card, which is the Bush, the the Trump in your face? Like they go tell you this is it, and they go like they understand their power, that so that you know where they are coming from. I fuck with those kind of shit, man. I know who I'm dealing with. Don't smooth talk me. Like there's nothing join us together. I don't mean we were anything well for me in the first place. But so just I'm not saying you are coming to boo boo me to cut my hair. Just fucking do it. That's just the difference. If you want to understand how Americans leaders, how they take on their policies under them. That's see from that angle. They're all the same. Now just the how then they apply their presidency. Them just be the different, but the goal is to put America first, to put America first, to make it the destination. Nothing can change that. So you can come with your smooth way of talking people to submission, or carrot and stick like Trump they do your own fucking thing. Go with the stick first. So that's Obi. Obi fall into that small Obi. So Obi presidency will be. You go they see happen with market women. You go they go all this thing when they accuse Tinubu of not doing. Those are easy thing to do now. That will not change anything. Just because you go work for Akure, you are always dining and whining with the poor. You are like that ain't shit. That ain't shit. But that's the angle the guy
I
is
can tell
different.
you,
If not,
I don't know where leaders are, what they do. President said he's going for retreat for 2 weeks. After that, he extended. Nobody's sure whether the retreat extended or yes, but they extended 1 week. When you chose to be in public life, public must know where you are. You can stay in your private life. Today, I tell people wherever I'm going. When I arrived in Rome yesterday, people knew I was in Rome. They know I'm here now. And they know I'm going to live here to California tomorrow. Because you choose a public life. I can choose to go back to my family and decide whether I should know where I am. But you must be answerable to the people. That's why we need to change our political trajectory to have the government.
We have a
Anyway, I don't try for today. So we continue the story from where we stopped. I work on the guest audio. Mr. Mori, if you dey hear me, I don't know why, but I'll figure it out and see what's up. So, like, share, and subscribe.